So there isn't really any good way of us fixing this. Let's take the 4 from that. What if we combine these? We enter with, well, that's just a perfect 9. If we take that there, then that leaves us with 5, right? We already had a way of getting a 1. And can we pull this off then? Okay, we have that there. But now this is just an 8, which is a weird thing. And that 8 doesn't actually help us in any way, because it can fill up one of these easily. And if I put, like, I cannot get... Yeah, I need to get a 5 and then I need to get a 1. And that way I can fix this. Okay, let's overflow it. Okay, now we have that. We have that. Okay, what do we have here? We have a full 12, I think. 10, 12, yes. There we go. So we end up at 3 if we do that. And I can... We have a 5 there and we have a 1, but we have 3 that we cannot just do anything with. So this would need to go away, but we don't have enough tanks. I can put this here. Actually, no, but that doesn't work either. I mean, if I pour this, then I will end up with a 4 and a 4. For some stupid reason, I thought I would end up with 2, and I apparently just cannot do math. The best I can do at this point is I can get that there. That gets me the 5, but then I am seriously lacking the 6, or the 1 again. Actually, I'll put that there, and then I drain that. That gets me just back to that. I imagine that doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Well, I get the 1 that way. Actually, how about that? And then this. So what did we get from that? We have an 8, way too much for any reasonable purpose. We can turn that into a 5 here, but then we lose the 1. Nothing stops us from entering the 1 though. So let's input the 1. Can we actually get a 5 out of this? Put this stuff in here. And then we move this stuff over here. And then we get that stuff in there. I miscalculated it again. I didn't think this through, did I? I can get a 5 by combining the 1 . But like at this point I can enter any of these in here, but that will get me only up to 5. And after 5 I cannot get anything out of that. Nothing reasonable at least. So we can do something like this. But at the end of the day, we end up with this situation. However, I did not take into account this. Now we have a 5. Can we make anything out of that? Can we make anything happen with that? I mean, I can always enter that. Now we have a 5, but now we have the 4 plus 4 problem. Oh, there we go. Okay, one more to go, and this thing is making a whole lot of noise. Okay. So what do we need now? 11. Okay, this seems to be always a fairly safe bet. And 2. Okay. Well, in that case, we could also overflow. Let's actually overflow so that we can get different numbers on the board. Okay, we have now a number 1. And we can get... So what numbers do we now have? We have an 8, we have a 4, and we have a 1. We can make a 5. And then we can get 4. let's make a 5. And let's get a 4 from there. That means we have the 5 and the 4. Yep, this didn't really work out, did it? We have a 5 and a 4 and 4. Put the 5 in there always. I mean, doing that way. But after we put either of the 4s in, we need the 2, and then we end up in problems again. I keep doing that wrong all the time. We could also do this. Take 3 away from that. But we get the 2 problem. So that's not a solution. Okay, well, let's save the 1 at least. And then we can get 3 on the board. If we add 4 to that, we get 7, and we need to then add 3, which is also a difficult number. So from here we get... This is going to give us a 5. And adding the 5 only creates the 2 problem. And we can make 2 5s. We could make it 4, and then we would end up with a 5. I think the 3, having like the 3 on the board is a good thing. Let's get that 1 back. Maybe let's put it to the pot. But then we end up with 2. We end up with 4 here, 5 here, 4 here. Which I don't think is a solution. We can combine these up to a 7 here if we want. But then the only course of action is to overflow it. I think it does, and it overflows nicely, because then it means actually these give us 8, and then we have the 1. What actually happens if we do this? So if I then press this, and we end up back to we end up back in square 1, basically. Oh hey, there it is. Gotcha. I think making that system so damn aggressive is not necessarily the greatest idea. White is the new orange, indeed. I think the system could use a little bit of reworking, because that seems a little bit dangerous when this thing flies off like that. Also, it says that I can operate this somehow. Is there something that I can actually use on this? Nah, doesn't look like there is actually anything. Okay, well, we have this now, so I'm going to make a guess that I can put this in that building, and it's going to stop the doors from closing. Okay, actually, give me my stuff back. Thank you. Oh, wait. Okay. These things seem to be like, these have now the patterns. So which ones are lit up? Can I? Okay. Experiment time. Let's start pulling the plugs out and see what happens. Give me them. Nope, still closes. So that is not the solution. Oh. Okay, let's just plop these back in here. Okay. However, does their placement affect what things get highlighted here? I think it does. We now have 3 lights. So does that mean that we need to swap these 2? But I don't know which ones those are. Okay. So let's rotate them in a pattern so that we can find the one. So let's start with the one that has this symbol on it. So let's start, like, we're only going to figure out the positions of each one individually. This is a little bit of a slow method, but it should yield us the correct result. Okay. I seem to have a lot of luck. So what if I okay, maybe let's figure out which ones these are. Okay, so that is the sort of Z, the X looking thing. So if that's there, did that lit up? It's this one, and yes it did. So that is on the correct place. So now let's find the Y. We're going to plug them out individually and just see. Okay, that is not the Y. You can go back in your place. That is the Y. So that's on the correct place. Was the W looking thing on the right place or not? The W is not on the right place. And neither is this thing. So let's find those 2 and swap them. And that should get us the correct answer. So that is... This was the W, right? Yeah, that's the W. Okay. So what are you? Okay, you are on the right place. Okay, so these 2 need to be swapped. And is that it? Is that the correct placement for all of these? I think it is. Okay, well then. Okay, I don't know what this does. Apparently I cannot operate it. Someone has been breaking pottery here. Okay, there's a letter. Let's listen to the letter and maybe then see if we're going to end the episode here, actually.
Those couple 100 years have passed quickly. I managed to master the use of all the natural resources, including all kinds of metals and all the minerals this island had to offer. After I developed the new energy source, the pure white energy crystal, I thought that by harnessing the power of my new invention, I was capable of anything. I felt like a god. Those were the golden ages of my presence here. At that point, she tried to convince me again to leave. Naturally, I did not listen. She clearly could not understand the complexity and the importance of my work here. The great power I wish to acquire here could change the lives of thousands, if not millions of people.
Perhaps, but so far things have actually... The things you've figured out here are not actually all that impressive, honestly. Okay, so we have... Okay, this might be important stuff. Let's just get really close and then take make a sketch of that. Yep, that's a very nice sketch. Wonder what that means though. Can I operate this somehow? No. So, can I move this in? I can't move that in either direction. And this doesn't work either. And this doesn't work. And is there anything hidden in here? Not really. There is even like a little bit of glass here to actually protect that thing from whatever. Probably me. Stops me from breaking it or something. Okay, well, I think we've done... Well, we've like achieved quite a bit during this episode. Like we've gotten quite a bit further. We've unlocked all of this stuff. So I think I'm going to call it an episode here. So I'm going to save the game. Let's save on top of I think the mines. And yeah, next time we'll figure out what this is. But until then, thanks for watching, and we will see you in future videos.